Located in Yogyakarta at Diramat Bugisari, Kecamatan Imogiri, Kabupaten Bantul, Yogyakarta. From the center of Yogyakarta, the trip takes about 30 until 45 minutes with a distance of around 16 until 15 kilometers.
As we traveled, the busy city slowly faded into quiet hills. The closer we got, the calmer it felt, as if this place was not made for crowds, but for remembering. In the 1970s and 1980s, many artists and cultural figures in Yogyakarta lived in difficult conditions. They had no permanent homes, no family burial land, and when they passed away, there was often no proper place to bury them. Ironically, these were the people who filled the nation's life with songs, dance, paintings, theater, and stories with meaning. Yet after their deaths, the state was almost absent. At that time, official honors were given mainly to soldiers, officials, and political figures. Heroism was defined through power, not culture. And that was when an artist named Sapto Hudoyo began to feel that something was wrong. Sapto Hudoyo was not just a painter. He was a choreographer, stage designer, cultural thinker, a multidisciplinary artist. But more than that, he believed art was not entertainment, but the work of civilization. To him, artists were guardians of a nation's conscience, yet they worked without protection, security, or recognition. Then, he asked a radical question for his time. If the state has hero cemeteries for soldiers and officials, where is the place for those who build the soul of the nation? From that question, Giri Sapto was born. Sapto chose Imogiri, sacred land of the Mataram kings, not by chance. By placing artists' graves nearby, he showed that culture matters as much as power. But Giri Sapto was built lower, not in submission, but in meaning. After difficult negotiations, permission was granted, but there was no state support. From the start, Giri Sapto was built by culture itself. Because the land belonged to the palace, Sapto had to negotiate, and it wasn't easy. In the end, permission was granted, but there was no state funding, no structural support. Construction began in the mid-1980s and was completed around 1988. All costs came from personal funds, artwork sales, artist donations, and community solidarity. There were no major sponsors, no government projects, only one belief: artists deserve a dignified place, even after death. When you enter the Giri Sapto complex, one thing is immediately clear. There are a lot of stairs. No shortcuts, no fast access. And this is no accident of design. Sapto intentionally made visitors feel tired before reaching the top, because to him, that is what life as an artist feels like. Long, exhausting, full of doubt, and rarely offering quick rewards. Each step isn't about status, but about perseverance. This place isn't just a cemetery. It is a silent lesson about what it means to devote your life to something that doesn't always pay you back. From our visit yesterday, our first destination was the grave of Kusbini, the composer of the national song Bagimu Negeri.
Right now, we are standing in front of the resting place of Kusbini, a quiet place from the nation of music, yet deeply connected to songs that shape a nation. Kusbini was born in January 10, 1906, in Mojokerto, East Java, during a time when Indonesia was still under colonial rule. He grew up in an era when expressing love, For the nation was not always safe, but he chose music as his ways to speak.
Kusbini was not a soldier on battlefield, but his struggle was just as meaningful. As a music teacher and songwriter, he believed that music could educate, unite, and build national identity. During the colonial period, songs became a powerful medium to spread values without violence. From classroom to public space, Kusbini used simple melodies to deliver strong message about love for their country.
One of his most famous works is Bagimu Negeri. This song is more than a ceremonial song. It is a statement of devotion with very short lyrics. Kusbini expressed a deep meaning that serving the nation requires sincerity and sacrifice. Standing here near his grave, the words of this song feel heavier and more personal.
Another important song created by Kusbini is Kembang Raya. Through this song, he described the beauty of Indonesia and the pride of being part of it. Many of his works were written for students and young people because he believed that nationalism should be taught early. He also created educational songs such as Wajib Belajar, which encouraged learning as a responsibility for every citizen.
Kusbini's contribution went beyond songwriting. He played an important role in developing music education in Indonesia, especially in schools. For him, education, culture, and music were the foundation of a strong nation. Because of his lifelong dedication, Kusbini was officially recognized as an Indonesian national hero in 1971. This recognition reminds us that national heroes are not only those who fight with weapons, but also those who shape minds and values.
After leaving Kusbini's grave, we found the grave of Dr. Liberty Manik, composer of the national song Satu Nusa, Satu Bangsa, followed by KRT Sasminta Dipura, better known as Romo Sas, a master of Yogyakarta-style classical female dance. Each had a different life story and contribution. As the day grew late and returning home safely became uncertain, we ended our journey here. We left Giri Sapto not with a sense of completion, but with a desire to return. Because this place doesn't give answers, it leaves questions about how a nation chooses who deserves to be remembered.